So let's start with the rapid fire round just to break the ice.
Okay.
First one, at what age do you want to retire?
Tomorrow.
How long does it take you to get ready in the mornings?
20 minutes.
Most embarrassing moment of your life?
When I landed up in the plane towards Mobile World Congress, realized I left my wallet in the taxi.
Favorite color?
Blue.
What time of day are you most inspired?
Morning.
How many hours of sleep can you survive on?
I need 7 to 8 hours at least.
Fill in the blank. An upcoming technology trend is blank.
Human.
The city in which the best kiss of your life happened.
Kolkata in India.
Pick one, Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg.
Elon.
The biggest mistake of your career.
Not to do things earlier than what I have done now.
How do you relax?
I run, spend time with my kids.
How many cups of coffee do you drink per day?
Too much.
A habit of yours that you hate.
Drinking too much coffee.
The most valuable skill you've learned in life.
Focus on people.
Your favorite Netflix show.
Ooh. I'm not much into Netflix.
The one-word description of your leadership style.
Collaborative.
Top priority in your daily schedule.
Learn more.
Ideal vacation spot for relaxation.
My home.
Key factor for maintaining a work-life balance.
Remember what you are ultimately doing, which is building a life for yourself.
Memorable career milestone.
My current role as the head of sustainability for Nokia.
Okay, well, that's the end of the rapid fire. And now we can go into the longer questions, which you can take as much time and thought to answer. The first one is, your role as a vice president and global head of sustainability at Nokia involves driving sustainability initiatives and environmental, social, and governance efforts. How do you balance the integration of sustainability with the core business objectives of Nokia?
Yeah, it's the core of what we do. I think in the world of sustainability, what really matters is making it a business and a technology imperative. The way Nokia operates is sustainability is not just an add-on, it's not just a risk mitigation factor or a compliance factor, it's how we do business. Nokia has been in the business for over 150 years, and we want to drive sustainable, equitable growth for the societies that we operate in. That's in our DNA, and I'm really glad to be in my position to integrate that purpose and belief into our supply chain, into our business operations, into our technology and R&D strategy.
And so can you provide any specific examples of sustainability initiatives that have successfully aligned with Nokia's business goals?
Yeah, take the example of this Mobile World Congress. On the first day of Mobile World Congress on Monday, we announced our net zero target for emission target for 2040. It's an acceleration from the earlier target of 2050. It may feel like just a 10 years acceleration, but it has a huge impact in the way business and societies operate. We are doing our part. Now, to the run-up to the announcement that we did on Monday about Nokia's net zero target for 2040, what went behind the scene was a whole year of work with every possible parts of business, from our products to our supply chain to our operations to our facilities, and every there was a huge team of Nokia that came together, worked on what it would take to come and commit towards net zero, and such integration of sustainability goals with business operations that lasts a long-term commitment is something that I'm really proud of, and we believe that Nokia is in a great path to get there.
And so how does Nokia utilize technological advancements to address ESG challenges?
Nokia is a B2B business in the world of connecting a large number of societies, things into a world of opportunities. Nokia is in 120 countries. We provide the networks on which industries and consumers connect with each other. Now, obviously, we are at Mobile World Congress. The importance of connectivity is given. But the question lies about what do people do after they get the connectivity? So on one hand, we are very focused on making sure that communities get benefited by the connectivity we provide, have the right type of digital skills so that they can get access to employment, to health and education and so on. On the other hand, we want to make sure that the footprint of our industry, the information and communication technology industry, is as minimum as possible. We drive towards energy efficiency in our products, in our supply chain, so that we can build a more sustainable and a cleaner planet as we drive towards getting more opportunities for communities that we serve.
So speaking of communities, your experience spans across different regions, including Asia, Pacific, India, Europe, and the US. How do cultural differences influence the approach to sustainability initiatives? And how do you ensure global alignment in Nokia's sustainability strategy?
I think cultural differences do matter in the journey of sustainability. Take the example of Europe, where many of the circularity practices are almost built in the way the societies operate. I think the rest of the world can learn a lot about the circularity drive from Europe, but also from developing countries like India, where circularity has been in the ethos of the society. There are different aspects of sustainability journey. Innovation plays a strong role in sustainability, and from the ecosystem in North America or Far East Asia, a lot can be learned about the drive towards sustainable innovation. So, if we for a moment stop thinking about the divide that has taken us apart, but learn from each other's in terms of the differences in cultural practices, I think the journey towards sustainability can very well be accelerated. And that's where the collaboration across the continents, the collaboration across the ecosystem players are coming together. And we are glad we are part of a bigger value chain in the information and communication technology, which are impacting various other technologies like energy utilities, manufacturing, transportation. And we are glad to do our part in that.
So let's move on to a lighter topic now. Tell us about your typical day at Nokia. You wake up in the morning and then?
I wake up in the morning. A lot of I live in the US. A lot of my team members are in the US, in the Europe, and world over. The first thing I do is, I spend about 20 minutes doing some breathing exercise and yoga just to get ready for the day. But right after that, I talk to my team because clearly I know the least in my team. My team has a huge, set of knowledge. So I try to get up to speed with the team, and then I usually keep some time to make sure I speak to our customers and our partners. And then I try to spend enough time to look into my schedules. In the meantime, by the way, I drive and drop my kid to school and prepare breakfast and all sorts of those things. So that's how the day goes. And at the end of the day, you just figure out you still have a huge pile of things to do. But the best thing to do is to make sure you note down what you have to do, but then take a break. I go running or go to the gym and so on.
So we've been stalking your social media a little, and one of your recent posts discusses digitalization as a key tool to address climate change. How does Nokia contribute to digitalization for climate action, and what role does the company play in promoting sustainability within the ICT industry?
It is indeed. At Nokia, we have this saying called, there is no green without digital. Clearly, we at Mobile World Congress and at Nokia, we are part of the information and communication technology industry. It has its own role in terms of climate, but ultimately, information and communication technology contributes to about 2% of global emissions. I think the bigger contribution is what we call as the handprint impact of our technology. Like, how can we help transform cities? How can we help transform transportation sector, logistics sector, ports, mines, energy utilities, and various other sectors which are still very physical and they're not yet digitalized. I think the next decade will see a huge drive in digitalization of these physical industries. If you compare the past 30 years, the more digital industries are already digitalized, like banking, media, and technology sector. I'm really excited at the opportunity of these physical industries getting more digital, driving towards decarbonization and better quality and safety and productivity for the workers that are there and their impact in the societies that they operate in.
Which physical industries are you particularly excited about in this regard?
I'm excited about a large number of physical industries, but I would pick particularly energy and oil and gas sector. There's a huge role that industry has in terms of decarbonizing the world and to stop the change in the global warming scenario that we are seeing. And digitalization has a significant impact in that transformation. We are working with various energy utility companies, and we are seeing how digital technologies and networking can accelerate, for example, the move towards renewable energy. And that's what really excites me, because we really need to go fast into a decarbonized world in the way we consume energy.
So you mentioned in the rapid fire that collaborative is your leadership style, and your role involves leading collaborative actions to target key levers for emissions reduction, as discussed in your recent post about accelerating to net zero. How does Nokia engage with partners and industry peers to drive collective action towards sustainability goals?
Yeah, great question, because the drive to net zero emission, in my view, is a drive or commitment for collaborative action. Just to give you an example, much of Nokia's and similarly other companies' greenhouse gas emission is coming from so-called Scope 3 emissions, which is basically emissions from your suppliers and your customers. So Nokia has 11,000 suppliers. Many of them are small and medium businesses. They don't have enough wherewithal like a large corporation like Nokia has in terms of decarbonizing their operations. So as Nokia, we feel it's our both responsibility and duty to be able to work with smaller suppliers and in helping in their decarbonization journey. At the same time, with our customers, we try to help in their rapid decarbonization with better energy efficient products, with better ways to do business with them. We believe that the shared objective that this entire ecosystem has, from suppliers to vendors like us and technology providers to customers like telecom operators, is the only way through which an acceleration towards greener planet can happen. And I'm really glad that at Mobile World Congress, for example, we're seeing a lot of such collaborations, many engagements coming together. And people, the level of noise I'm seeing about sustainability and collaborative actions this year I've never seen before.
Is there any memorable partnership or collaboration story that you'd like to highlight?
Recently at COP28, which was in December in Dubai, Nokia had the interesting opportunity to engage with a large number of our customers and prospective customers across Middle East and Africa, coming together to what we called as the Middle East Africa ESG Customer Council. Now, interesting thing about this was many of the partners were competitors themselves. But I think the opportunity that really kicked me was they were all together in one room, sharing their challenges, coming together in terms of how can we get something done by forgetting that we are competitors or suppliers or vendors, but focusing on common challenge in the industry. It usually does not happen on a day-to-day basis for typical business purposes. We all compete with each other, but opportunities like this really can help accelerate the journey, and I was really thrilled with that.
So the last question for you is of a personal kind. What would you be doing in your life if not this?
I'll be going around the world, eating the best food that I can. Hopefully, most of them will come from farm to table, so it's sustainably produced, and seeing more places, particularly places which are doing amazing job in preserving the nature. Hopefully that I will be able to do right after I retire tomorrow. I am Subho Mukherjee, Vice President and Global Head of Sustainability at Nokia. Catch me on the Technologist of the Month show.